All right, y'all, one of the best messengers in the Democratic Party today is Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, my Congresswoman. Yes, my homestead is still there. Allergies are kicking my behind, y'all. So they had a Doge hearing today, and y'all know Congresswoman Crockett, she gonna light that ass up every chance she can get, and she never disappoints. Roll it.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to see if we can level set, because I don't know if people truly understand the point of USAID. First of all, can I just ask you really quickly, each of you, yes or no? Do you believe that soft power matters? Yes or no, Mr. Unger?
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Okay, so for the American people, because I don't know that there's been a conversation about soft power, but soft power is basically our way of building diplomacy around the world. And so how we build that diplomacy probably looks different in every different administration. But the issue that I have right now is that some would argue that we've taken a butcher knife where we need a scalpel, or others would just say that we are throwing out the baby with the bathwater. But either way, we are not accomplishing our goal, because as it's been laid out, we have people that have gone hungry. We have people that have died. So let me try to make sure that people understand what it is that soft power is, which is building diplomacy. The next part of that I want you to understand, those of you that are watching, is that as members of Congress, we do have congressional oversight to the extent that we actually travel the world. We go, we sit down with world leaders, we talk to them about the programs that we have, we talk to them about trade. We also have an opportunity to go and visit and talk and see exactly how our dollars are being spent. And if you are a good member of Congress, you do that. And I do want to tell you about an experience in Africa, but I got to get through these other remarks. So if I have a chance, I'm going to tell you why I believe in this with my whole heart. We all know that my Republican colleagues have a weird fetish with dictators or wannabe dictators. So it should not come as a surprise that they're here attacking global democracy programs. For 6 decades, USAID has been vital in reducing global poverty and hunger, helping to resolve health threats like the Ebola outbreak, which reached Dallas, where I represent, in 2014, and countering regional threats from Russia and China. Not only is pro-Putin President Trump threatening economic warfare against our closest allies and partners, he's blaming Ukraine for Russia's invasion, threatening military force against Greenland, and starting tariff wars with Canada and Mexico. He's also defying a court order to release billions of dollars in U.S. foreign aid. This committee should be providing oversight of the executive branch's illegal impoundment of federal funds. But we're here today so that the chairwoman can peddle new conspiracy theories about U.S. foreign aid. The dismantling of USAID is just another part of the Republicans' chaotic foreign policy and pro-dictator agenda. Republicans are turning their backs on American farmers who provide nearly half of USAID's global food assistance. I'm going to stop here really quickly, because I think what happens is that when the American people hear that we're sending out money, they believe that we're just dropping bags of money places. And that's not what we do. But let me tell you, China does. China does, because I've sat down and I've talked to people, and one of the reasons that we are behind China is because they have argued that there is no red tape, and China is like gangsters. Like, think about the biggest, baddest guy offering you money when you want it, like a loan shark, right? And then when they come back to get their money, they want your firstborn, your secondborn, and everybody else. That is who China is. But a lot of people that are desperate for money, they go for that, because in America, we're going to say, no, 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 we're going to take care of our farmers. We're going to make sure that our farmers are the ones that are giving you the food. We're going to make sure that if you want arms, those arms are going to come from us. So I want people to understand, we don't just go with black bags and drop off bags of money like that. It's not that simple. But I want to get to a couple of questions, because I know I'm running out of time. Mr. Unger, the chairwoman stated that, quote, the federal government has been sending billions after billions of dollars to push left-wing ideology, fund radical extremist groups, and usurp the will of the people abroad and here at home. Is saving 20 million lives through the president's emergency plan for AIDS relief, or PEPFAR, part of some left-wing ideology? Yes or no?
No, in fact,
Okay,
PEPFAR was created by Republicans.
It was created by Republicans. Thank you for that fact. In fact, it was a Bush, a Texan. What about eradicating polio in nearly every country and cutting malaria deaths in half?
No.
Okay. So here's the other thing, and I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this question. We have been talking about USAID and trying to pretend like it's the devil, but when we look at the numbers, is it 50% of our budget that goes to USAID, Mr. Unger? Yes or no?
The money that goes to AID is less than 1 cent if all of the federal budget is $1.
Thank you. It is less than 1% of our budget. So we are focusing on less than 1% instead of the other 99%. I need the American people to wake up and recognize and start asking questions about these other areas, such as
the gentlelady's time has expired.
See, Rebecca, this is what happens when you have somebody who knows how to talk like regular people. And I wish more of these Democrat members of Congress would bring that attitude, that fire, that feistiness, and that knowledge to bear. This, when you talk too political, folk can't feel you. But when you're speaking the way she does, you connect with the regular, ordinary person.
You have to be relatable. But in order to be relatable, you have to be out talking to everyday people. You can't just be inside of your fancy dinners or just talking to your small group of folks. You can't be insulated. If you're going to be an elected official in this country, if you're going to be a public servant in this country, and now I'm speaking directly to Democrats, if you want this country to understand what your plan is, if you want this country to understand why they should oppose some of the things that this administration is doing and is promising to do, then you have to bring it to where they are. They have to understand it. You can't call it in Washington speak, but you have to talk about it in your locality with how people talk about issues. When they want to say, oh, well, this is just a budget line, this is all about just cutting waste out of the government. Like, no, this is now saying that an elder in our community can no longer pay for hearing aids because now it's going to be that much more expensive. Or it's someone, our cousin who might have diabetes, is now going to have to pay even more to get their diabetes medication, or my sister who has allergies and trying to get an EpiPen. Now she can't get her EpiPen because now it costs hundreds of dollars to renew and get a new EpiPen. Or it's going to cost my 5-year-old, little cousin who needs a new inhaler. You have to talk about it in ordinary language with ordinary experiences that people are facing, so people can actually put their personal experience as they're hearing these things. What's unfortunate is that there aren't a lot of news sources right now that's delivering straight information. So it's even more important now that people like Jasmine Crockett is talking in plain language.
And so, Melinda, what we're seeing here, this is how you have to press these folk every single day.
Absolutely. And I love the way that she words things in a very relatable way. One thing I do want to say, though, is this is why Republicans are so effective with their messaging, because they repeat things like waste, fraud, and abuse that are very simple words to understand for their constituents, but they're not asking any other questions because they're all aligned. They're all saying the exact same things. And when you repeat something and that's what you constantly hear, then that's all that you need to believe that that's what's happening. They're not breaking it down in a way that is saying, like Rebecca said, this is for inhalers. This is for your specific coverage that is in your state. And what I do love about Jasmine Crockett is that she is breaking it down for people to understand. But this is also one of the reasons why people are leaning towards shows like yours, Roland, more independent media, because you are getting to the heart of the matter, because you are breaking it down in simple ways for people to understand, and you're speaking, Jasmine's language. So that people just need to start listening to more people like her and you.
Absolutely that. And okay. This is going to be the last time I'm going to cuss on the show. So if y'all don't want me to cuss,
Live.
this is going to be the last time I'm going to cuss today. The last time I'm going to cuss today. Okay. And when you talked about why people,
not today.
Just today. So y'all can turn the TV down right now, turn the app down, turn the phone down, only for about 10 seconds. And you said, why folks tuning in? All I can think about is the late, great Nikki Giovanni, when she was at Tavis's State of the Black America panel at USC in 2000. The Democratic National Convention was there. And I hit Tavis, you ain't hit me back. I done email your ass, I done DM you, and so can your ass hit a brother back? So I'm trying to see who actually, do they have a video of that clip? And y'all, at this session, and when I interviewed Nikki, when y'all go to YouTube, y'all see my interview with Nikki Giovanni, we talked about this here. And at that event, my man, the late, great Charles Ogletree, he said, Nikki, why do you love Tupac so much? And to your point, Melinda, in terms of why folks are tuning in. So everybody turn it down now because I'm about to cuss. Nikki Giovanni said, I love Tupac because somebody got to call a motherfucker a motherfucker. I said, damn it, that's one of the all-time, that's one of my top 3 all-time quotes ever. And that's just the bottom line is somebody got to say the stuff other folk are scared to say. Somebody got to call the people out who are scared. I got people been hitting me all day like, damn, dog, you called out NABJ because somebody had to say it. I'm tired of folk hiding behind stuff, not wanting to say stuff, trying to sit here, dance around it. No, my philosophy has always been the same. If you do good, I'm going to talk about you. If you do bad, I'm going to talk about you. At the end of the day, I'm going to talk about you. That's just how I roll.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. And right now we're accepting investors in our $17 million round to revolutionize the future of social media. Today, for just $399, you can own 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest today. While the big platforms have grown too massive and disconnected from their users, Fanbase is building a platform where creators and users truly come first. We've already raised $4.8 million from everyday investors who believe in this vision, and now you can join them. This is your chance to invest in a social media tech company with over 1 million users that is disrupting media by allowing anyone to reach all of their following and monetize their content from day one. The market is changing, big platforms are failing to serve their users, and Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now. Invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the future of social media.
The terms and conditions of a king, a new beginning. Ariel, with her young daughter Jasmine, walked into the optical lens store one day to find King being verbally attacked by his coworkers. Witnessing this harsh treatment, Ariel immediately felt a deep sense of sympathy and concern for King. She stepped in, offering support, which forged a strong bond of friendship between them. Over time, as their friendship blossomed, they began to share their personal lives and struggles. Eventually, they both discovered something astonishing. They had been connected for much longer than either realized. They had been meeting in a shared dreamscape, where they had formed a deep, unspoken connection. Ariel had been there to comfort King in a difficult time, offering him advice, unaware that their paths would eventually cross in the waking world. This revelation deepened their bond, and they began to explore not only their growing friendship but also the strange, mystical connection they shared through their dreams.
Get your digital copy today at lulubooks.com and experience the adventure in EPUB or PDF format. Make sure you have a compatible reader to dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't miss out, unlock the secrets, and let the story begin.
Mahogany's legacy takes readers on a heartfelt journey through resilience, love, and authenticity. Now 10 years into her marriage with Gabriel Langston, Mahogany reflects on the incredible journey that led her to this moment, a life filled with love, success, and purpose, as she balances her thriving candy empire and the joys of raising their 10-year-old daughter Melissa. Mahogany prepares for a monumental celebration, her wedding anniversary and the launch of her newest candy line, Sweet Ever After, surrounded by loved ones, including her fiercely ambitious daughter and loyal friends. Mahogany takes center stage to share the wisdom she's gained. For more, click link in profile.
The Park of Secrets.
In the year 2060, near the heart of Florida, just a stone's throw from Disney World, stood a theme park unlike any other, a place known as the House of Secrets. It was a magical park, much like a state fair, filled with towering rides, carnival games, and parades that drew people from all over the world. But among the grand Ferris wheel and the colorful day parade, there was one attraction that outshined them all, the parade princess, a mesmerizing mermaid named Kenya. Kenya was a sight to behold. At 22 years old, fresh out of college, she had the kind of beauty that drew people to her like moths to a flame. Her brown skin glowed under the park lights, her hair a stunning mix of purple and pink that cascaded over her shoulders. Little pink hearts adorned her cheeks, and a ribbon of color stretched across her nose. But it wasn't just her beauty that made her special.
Get your digital copy today at lulubooks.com and experience the adventure in EPUB or PDF format. Make sure you have a compatible reader to dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't miss out, unlock the secrets, and let the story begin.